in town. Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol? Yeah.
Ho ho ho, you jolly bastards, and welcome to another Christmas review thingy. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, the classic tale from Dr. Suess, one of the most beloved children's authors, whose stories have thrilled audiences from a young age with his imaginative tales. And it's such a shame Hollywood fails to understand what it was that made his stories such classics.
What the fuck?
And back in 2018, Hollywood decided to do an even shittier Dr. Suess animation that felt more modern and down with the kids because timeless classics had sold last season. So slutty who, single mother whores and hairy green ballsack gentlemen with terrible American accents. This is week 2 of my bastardized Christmas reviews that continues with Illuminations, the Grinch. So you know the story, set in a fantasy world in the town of Whoville, a big green hairy green bastard known as the Grinch hates the town folk, the Who's, and even more, Christmas. So one day he decides to steal Christmas, but then discovers you can't steal Christmas, and is so inspired by how kind-hearted the Who's are. He decides to bring back the Christmas he stole, but could never steal, and actually spend Christmas with the Who's, and the end, and everyone lives happily ever after and all that shit. Remember when the original animated classic was short and simple, that got its point across very well with less? Well, this decides to add more nonsense, just like the Ron Howard version.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
More nonsense that turns the retardation up to 11.
Well, it's one louder, isn't it?
From the first 5 minutes, the movie was waving more red flags than a TikToking whore with daddy issues. Remember the velvet classy tones of Boris Karloff in the original, and Anthony Hopkins in the Ron Howard version? Well, we get Pharrell Williams. Yes, Pharrell Williams.
Yes, the Grinch hated Christmas. The whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason.
Fuck you.
Because we got to make it urban and shit to show we're down with the kids and shit.
How do you do, fellow kids?
And it doesn't stop there, as we are introduced to the main character himself, the Grinch, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, who should have been a wise choice since, like Boris Karloff, he's a very talented, classy actor with an elegant, British, upstanding, stiff upper-lipped voice. But no, he decides to go fucking American.
I specifically bought enough food to last until January. How much emotional eating have I been doing?
Seriously, why is he speaking American? He can't do an American accent, and not only that, his Grinch looks too adorable. Shouldn't the Grinch look a little bit grimy, clumpy, distorted and crooked? I mean, even the Ron Howard version got that right. And don't get me wrong, Cumberbatch's acting is decent, but I don't get the sense of bitterness from his version. He's just a grumpy old sod and that's it. Not only that, he walks around Whoville plain-faced, and the Who's are pretty familiar with him to the point where they have no problem interacting with him, and the original and Kerry version works because they were so isolated from everyone else. They were pretty reclusive and had no one to connect with apart from their pet dog, which further emphasised their alienation. And while I'm on the subject, he's nice to his dog. Well, he's a little nicer to his dog than the usuals, but fuck that. Give me a Grinch that's a total prick to his dog. I mean, he's the fucking Grinch. Seriously, him being terrible to his dog provided some pretty funny, mean-spirited comedy gold, while here, every moment with him and his dog is just adorable. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want bad things to happen to dogs, but look at this scene in the original. Look at this poor bastard. I can't help but laugh how much I feel sorry for him. And yeah, it gets even more dumber. Even he has a backstory too. He was an orphan who never got to participate in Christmas or have Christmas and being around people to interact with him during the Christmas festival. But interacting with people in the Christmas festival brings it all up and makes him want to steal Christmas again. Wait, come on. For fuck's sake, this is a pretty petty reason to hate Christmas. I mean, grow the fuck up, please. The original did it better because the constant clinking, clattering of Christmas itself drove him to his breaking point. And as much as I have my complaints about the Ron Howard version, the backstory of his childhood humiliation leading to his alienation made sense. The second humiliation that triggered his first humiliation, motivating him to steal Christmas, made sense. And believe me, I will get to that version one day. And also, look at this suite pad he lives in. I mean, this is awesome. And it shouldn't be. Even Ron Howard did it better. His pad looks like a shithole of despair. Once again, further emphasising his contempt for everyone else and his alienation. And even his redemption feels half-assed because Cindy Lou showed him some innocence despite the fact he was pretty much surrounding himself by the Who's who were displaying some innocence. But okay, I will give this movie credit. I do despise the Who's here a lot less than in the Ron Howard version. Just less. But this Grinch has nothing to make you want to see him steal Christmas or even redeem himself. It's like if someone served you a nicely aged single malt whiskey but diluted it with way too much sugary crap to the point that scotch was barely worth it. Well, that's what this Grinch is. And going back to the narrators, why couldn't Cumberbatch do both? Voice the character and narrate the movie in his own accent. Karloff did it and it worked. And the down with the kids retardation doesn't stop there because they even remix up the Grinch tune to add some proper flavour.
Max!
You're a mean one. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel.
Fucking shit! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
And there's other pop songs sprinkled on this Christmas turd.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
As for the Who's being less detestable than the Ron Howard version, well, I still fucking hate them. Any carolers that stalk you like this deserve to be burned alive. And oh yeah, they even bastardized Cindy Lou by turning her into an over-energetic girl power or whatever the fuck she is. And don't get me wrong, she does still have some innocence, but even though I found Cindy Lou annoying in the Ron Howard version with her overly syrupy sweet annoyance, there was still an attempt to flesh out her connection with the Grinch to make his redemption more impactful. It just didn't work as well as in the original because in the original, the Grinch knew nothing about the Hughes except he found them annoying, but seeing big blue-eyed Cindy Lou sparked something in him which only became more apparent once he saw just how warm, kind-hearted and grateful the Who's were just to spend Christmas together. But I will also give it some other praise. Whoville is a lot nicer to look at compared to the industrial shithole in the Ron Howard version, and at least we don't have Jeffrey Tambor tonguing a dog's ass.
What the fuck?
But just like the Ron Howard version, everything here from the writing fails to capture the unique style that made Dr. Suess's work so great. This is a man who had a way with words and a sense of humour that had a mean-spiritedness while never losing any sense of innocence. That's why his works are still timeless classics, and timeless classics don't need updates, especially ones that date faster than Taylor Swift when she needs to write another shitty album. It's another generic version made by people who know nothing of the very person whose work they're adapting, but will fucking jump on it just to look for a quick buck. And yes, I know, a middle-aged man shitting on a kids' film is childish, but when I go back to the classics that became part of our childhoods, you can see the people who made them knew not to insult our intelligence at such a young age and challenge us to come to our own conclusions. This film made me more retarded to the point Simple Jax looks like a genius in comparison.
Retarded?
So fuck this movie, stick to the Chuck Jones version. It captured everything about the original Dr. Seuss story perfectly. And while this version was supposed to grow my heart 3 times bigger to the point I needed heart surgery, this just shrinks it and shrivels it to a fucking black nut. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Now that we've flushed that turd, next week should be a bit more passable.
Santa Claus?
Live and in person. One night only.
Such a man. I'd follow him to hell and back, I would.